Whoa! Welcome back, everybody, to the Planet Film Network. Welcome back to another episode of PFN Live. I am one of your hosts, Sean Monk.
And I'm your other host, TJ Cornwell, and we are back after a
2 week.
2 week hiatus. We take a lot of hiatuses, I'll be honest.
We do.
But this time it was because we were both on like a vacation / trip. I don't know if you want to classify yours as a vacation. Technically,
I would say.
You'd say that? Okay. So yeah, we're back. Ahsoka episode 5 is coming out at 9 o'clock. So before we get to that, you're going to have our live reaction to that, and we're going to have a little timer as well at the top of the screen so you can follow along with us. But before we get to that, we do want to talk about our trips a little bit.
Definitely.
So I went to Universal and Disney. Was at Universal for a day, and then I stayed at Disney for 4 days. Then you went to Fan Expo Canada for, what was that, 3 days?
This one was for 4 days. So normally in the past, I've been going to Comic-Con since 2013, but I think my first Fan Expo Toronto, I want to say, was 2015, I want to say. And then we've gone every year since. First year that we did the hotel and driving up was with you.
Yeah.
Before we had the channel and everything, you went with me and my mom. We stayed at the hotel and everything. That was for 3 days just because, both of our jobs at the time, obviously very hard to get time off. Thankfully, the position and the company I'm at now, I have ample vacation time to be able to take off time. So we went for all 4 days of the convention because there is a preview night on Thursday that I swear used to be 4 to 7. But this year it was 4 to 9. But with the package that we normally get and the package that we got again, we got a 2-hour preview to the preview. So the first day actually ended up being the longest day, which was from 2 to 9. So it was Thursday was quite a lot of fun, and I had never gone on a Thursday before with that little people. Because I was like, all right, the preview night, is it really going to be that different or whatever? It is like drastically less people.
Yeah.
Like it is. I would highly recommend going on Thursday. The only trouble, go with Thursday is you can't buy individual tickets for Thursday.
Right.
You can only go on Thursday if you're going the whole weekend. Which is fine and everything, but I thought it was very what is that?
It just played a different video.
Oh.
There we go.
Which is fine and everything. I just think Thursday was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be because you really get the chance to just kind of move around the convention in like a speed in a way that like you can't on the other days just because there's so many people. But yeah, it was very, very fun. I got to meet a lot of people. I'll just run through. I got to meet Hayden Christensen, which was very, very awesome. There was a little, not issue, but he had canceled his panel because he was originally going to have a panel, but because of the strike going on, because he was one of the people that him and Millie Bobby Brown, who was supposed to go, she canceled her appearance entirely because of the strike. Hayden just canceled his panel because those two, and then I think the Scream panel, because like they had the entire original 4 from Scream there.
Oh, okay.
I think those 3 were the only 3 panels that were ticketed, so it actually was money to go to the panel. And Scream, they went on with their panel and everything, which good for them, whatever. But Millie Bobby Brown, she canceled her appearance entirely, and then Hayden canceled his panel because he was just like, well, if people are paying money to come specifically to this panel, and I can't even talk about the main thing that people want to talk about, that it didn't really feel fair. But he did stay for all of his autograph signings, all of his conversations with fans, all of his photo ops, obviously. And yeah, it was awesome to meet him. I also met John Bernthal, which was very, very cool. I wasn't sure if that was going to happen, and then it just last second we were able to swing it. I also met... Why am I blanking on the other person that I met.
Oh man, I'm trying to think who went.
I feel like I met someone else, like really. Oh, Ming Na Wen. So Fennec Shand, and Mulan and Agent May from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., everything like that. She was really cool to meet. I didn't get a chance to go to her panel. My mom did go to her panel and said it was very fun. And then the other person I met, who I went with, my roommate went with us this time, to go with us. Somebody who I had really no knowledge of or whatever, but was Logic. You know, the rapper.
Oh, Logic was there?
Logic went there, yeah. So I met Logic, and I went to his panel. And his panel, for me, I don't know if it was just because he was able to talk about everything. No, it couldn't have been that, because I'll get to another panel that I got to go to in a second. That was definitely my second favorite panel. I just really liked the Logic one just because I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know his, I've known some of his music, stuff like that, but I didn't know stuff about him personally and, stories that he had and the kind of stuff that he's into and whatever. So that was really, really interesting and really, really fun to go to his panel. And he was just kind of like, because he's like a musician. So he was really great at like just the crowd control of like, and he did like a classic, like, little like special fan expo moment where it's just like, there's always one of those or a couple of those every time you go, where it's just like, the guy was like, all right, this is the last question. And Logic, he was just like, what if it just isn't? And he was like, the guy like looked and he was like, his
handler. Like,
he was like, and he just ran the whole line. He was just like, I'm not leaving. And he was already behind on his autographs because he was originally only going to be there, I think, for one day. But then he added a day. But even with the added day, he was running out of time to do everything that everyone had purchased, to the point where I think he ended up having to catch like a later flight even. Like, so he was like, the panel started late, and then he was like, what's the number? And they were like, somebody told him 48. He was like, I still have 48 signatures I have to do upstairs after this panel. And I was supposed to leave from this panel to go straight to the airport. And so he was like running the panel over time, then still had to go back upstairs to finish signing stuff. Like, he was super behind schedule, but it was because he was taking like the time to answer everybody's questions. And then when I got home, I went and I watched a bunch of stuff on the Fan Expo YouTube channel. And they had done, at his autograph table, they did an hour-long live stream of just him at his autograph table, just talking to everybody. So I watched a couple of minutes of that once I had gotten home. So that was cool too. But he was definitely the like surprise highlight of going, that I just like wasn't even on my radar that would be like somebody that I would enjoy hearing them talk or meeting them even. And then the second best panel that I went to was easily the Clone Wars panel. So Matt Lanter, Ashley Eckstein, and James Arnold Taylor. I had never seen any of them in person before. I want to say maybe James Arnold Taylor has been at cons that I've been at before, but I've never gone and like gotten a photo with him or gone to his autograph table or gone to a panel before. So to see the panel with all three of them was very, very cool. And because they're in children's animation, they were able to talk about the show. They weren't able to say like, for example, they weren't able to talk about anything upcoming just to be, on the safe side. So they didn't talk, about Disney in particular of like, Lucasfilm, and like Matt Lanter wasn't like, well, when I did my cameo in Mandalorian, like they were just like, the show. They would just say the show, stuff like that. And talking specifically about the characters. But their panel was, oh my God, their panel was like really, really good. And then at the end, they gave everybody this like exclusive Comic-Con like art print that was just this Clone Wars print. It was Ahsoka, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Rex with like the ships going up behind them, and it was just, it was very, very cool. So I have that, which is really, really nice. But yeah, that panel was awesome. The whole weekend was just really, really good. I got to do a little bit of like walking around in Toronto itself, going to some restaurants, stuff like that I'm still trying to pay for and catch up with, you know. But it was well worth it. Everything that we spent was like super well worth it. But yeah, I really loved it. It was great. I definitely recommend going again. Trying to think if there's any like other big standout stuff that happened. Not really. I mean, other than that, it was just like, obviously the year that we went, I had way more money to spend because of my job at the time. But this one, you know, I had a lot less spending money, but the stuff I did get was great, and the experiences were awesome. Oh, some of the experiences stuff. They had the two biggest studio presents there. I know it's, you know, during the strike and everything, but, you know, it's not anything about the actual, you know, making of products and stuff. It was just, you know, things from big studio projects that were there. The biggest one was Paramount. Second biggest was Prime Video. And Prime Video had a mock-up of, what is it? The, like, Central Command, the place where Cecil works in Invincible. And then they had the Vought headquarters with the Vought table. So I got my picture taken at the Vought table, which was really cool. It's not the same one from the show, but it was like a 3/4 scale model of the table from the show. But it was the full like V, like with the 7 and everything, which was very, very cool. And then they were giving out little vials of Compound V, so I have a couple vials of Compound V, which is very cool. And then Paramount had a big one too that was a lot of stuff. They had first of all, walking around the convention the whole weekend, they had the 4 turtles from the new movie, but then they had like these statues of them at the Paramount booth. You can get your picture with the turtles. You could get your picture on the Yellowstone Ranch, on the Enterprise, with SpongeBob and Patrick. And then, Twisted Metal was the other one. They had Twisted Metal. I think it was Twisted Metal. But yeah, all of that was super fun. All the, like, just kind of, you know, part of it, like, experiential stuff that they had was, like, I felt like it was a big uptick from years past. Oh, and then Spider-Man 2. They had a huge thing for Spider-Man 2 where you could get your picture with these life-size statues of Miles and Peter. They had this cool Venom wall that would, it was like literally this wall. It looked like the symbiote. Like it was like this wall of black liquid that actually had all these cameras that would actually, the black liquid would imitate your movements like a mirror. Yeah. And I was like, I saw it the first 2 days. And I was like, what is that black stuff? I was like, what's that waterfall that everybody's in front of at the Spider-Man booth? And it wasn't until the third day that I finally went up and I was like, what? I was like, there was no line for it. So I was like, all right, what is this? And he was like, it's Venom. And I was like, oh, it is. I was like, I didn't even like process that the liquid was black. But it was very, I don't know how they did it though. It was like, literally it was like these cameras were following you and then the water pressure was like changing with your movements. It was very, very cool. But there was just a ton of that stuff that was just really, really fun. The hotel was nice. We actually swam this time. I know last time we didn't end up swimming, but so the pool was really nice. Everything was nice.
Well, last time we stayed like not across. We stayed like in the hotel.
That was the same hotel. Oh, it was the same we went to the same. We went to the same hotel this time, which was lucky because originally our reservation was for one that was like a street away, and then my mom just kept checking for cancellations, and somebody canceled, and we were able to get into the one. Yeah, so but it was absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure I'll upload some of the pictures to like our Instagram and stuff like that. But yeah, what about your trip?
Yeah, so we went to Universal the first day. Flew in I think Friday. Yeah, Friday. Went to Universal that day, and then we went to Disney Saturday through Tuesday. Staying on property there at Pop Century. Universal was cool. We went to the Universal Studios park.
Yeah.
So, you know, there was kind of, we were trying to decide between the two, and it was kind of like, you know, are we really gonna ride that many rides? Because I feel like if we're gonna do more rides, we're gonna go to Adventure, Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to do like the Simpsons area, which is in Universal Studios Park, or whatever.
I always forget that you're a Simpsons fan, and I saw that picture with you and Millhouse. Yeah, I was like, I saw that. I was very proud of myself that I recognized.
So we ended up at Universal. I don't even remember like the ride. I don't remember.
Did you do a Harry Potter ride or anything?
We did.
Hagrid's bikes.
We did. Escape. I think we did Escape from Gringotts.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe
Thief's Downfall.
That was really cool. Very just like.
Did it splash you?
No, it didn't splash. I don't think there's water.
Well, in the movie, there's the waterfall that the cart goes through.
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't think that's in there, but I could be wrong. And I'll get into it more again with Disney too, but just like the sheer size of these attractions is just like crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you walk into Gringotts and, well, first of all, you got to get through the line, obviously, but you walk into Gringotts, you got, maybe 4 goblins on each side. You have the main one sitting in the front, and then you have to go down the spiral staircase through this whole basement thing with we got there's like these lit windows with like shadows where it looks like people are talking. You got these newspapers, you got these lockbox, all this stuff, and then just going through the whole kind of ride is just like, it's just crazy how big it is. So we did that. We walked around. I think it's Diagon Alley. I think that is what that one is. So we walked around there, went to some shops, looked around, and they do a really good job of hiding it. So when we first got there, we were like, well, where is it? And you have to like find it. Like you have to like walk through this little thing. But once we get in there, I thought they do a really good job of kind of encapsulating it all. So it's like you can't really see like, oh, there's like a hotel over there.
Yeah.
You can't see any of that.
It's like a good like payoff reveal.
Yeah, so that was really cool. A lot of people walk around with wands trying to like interact with the stuff.
Did you do the cool interactive wands?
No, I didn't do any of that stuff. I don't want to. I really don't want to pay for a wand, honestly.
Yeah. I should be right back. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay. Got some butterbeer, of course. But yeah, that was really cool. I don't know. We went to the Simpsons thing, and they were gearing up for the day we went. They were gearing up for the Halloween Horror Nights. It was like the first night, so they closed early. But we went to the Simpsons area. I don't know. I was a little disappointed, if I'm being honest. The ride was like okay. It's like this 3D kind of attraction where you get into like this, I believe it's a car or something, and it's like Sideshow Bob is trying to kill you, and you're kind of following the family in this, or no, I think it's like a Krusty ride or whatever, and you have 3D glasses on. It does like it. You move around a lot, but I don't know. I think it's, and I thought I had read this where it's just a tad outdated. Probably needs to be updated a little bit. But we didn't go into any of the stores. But none of them seemed like they were like, I don't know, that I really wanted to go in them. I don't know, personally. And Universal, honestly, not that many, which I guess maybe I shouldn't be that surprised. But I was, and this is the same with Disney, I was surprised at the lack of characters walking around, personally. What is the first movie on that strip on the wall? That is Zola. That is the movie that was made from like the Twitter thread. I think it came out last year or 2 years ago. It's made on this Twitter thread where I think the girl was like a stripper, and then she's like having this whole like, she had this whole tweet thread about this one crazy night that she had, and they made it into a movie. So that's what that one is. But yeah, a little disappointed on the lack of like characters I feel like walking around. I don't know if it was like a post-COVID thing. Maybe they stopped doing it. And something I noticed way more in Disney than I did in Universal, obviously, because I was only there a day. But maybe it's either, it might be a collection of either like COVID and like the heat or something. But like, especially in Disney, it seems like more characters are more like scheduled now meet and greets than like you like walking you walking by them while you're walking around the parks. So that was like, I don't know. I found that very interesting that it just, I don't know. I guess however many years ago I was there where, I was probably like, I don't know, 14 or 15 or whatever. But just I feel like such a stark contrast from what I remember. So I'm trying to think like what else Universal we did. Oh yeah, we did Minions. We went to the little Minion Cafe. That was cool. Okay food, not great, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Granted, I don't really know what I was expecting, but it was okay. So we did Minions Cafe. I'm sure Danielle's gonna remind me of something else that I'm forgetting that we did Universal. But overall, I don't know. I had a pretty fun time at Universal. I personally, after going to both, I personally think Disney's better. And I can't see. I get like, I think I told Sean earlier. I said this to Danielle too. That Brandon, I believe he was like, well, I'd rather stay overnight at Universal and Disney. I think that's crazy. Just after going to the two, I think Disney just feels so much more lived in and so much more immersive than Universal, can even think of being. Personally, oh yeah, we did City Walk. That was pretty cool. But yeah, Universal had a good time.
Universal City Walk?
Yeah, Universal City Walk. So next day we went Disney. So we did Animal Kingdom. Then we did Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Magic Kingdom.
You did all that in one day?
No. Sorry, that was like each day. So 4 days, those 4 parks. Disney, about as good as I remember. I don't know if you heard me talking about how. I don't know if it's COVID or the heat or what it is, but not as many characters walking around as you would think. It's more of like a meet and greet kind of schedule thing now.
Okay. I actually had heard that about Disneyland.
Yeah.
That like I forget who it was, but somebody was talking about the princesses.
Mm-hmm.
They don't walk around.
We saw one.
Yeah.
One princess.
It's like you wait in like a line and they open a door and you don't even know which one you're gonna get.
Oh, okay,
apparently, yeah.
So they're all fun. Animal Kingdom probably being my least favorite park. If I had to say.
Did you do Pandora at all?
Did Pandora? We did all the major rides. So I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I see the
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You went crazy.
I'll tell you right now. Guardians, maybe
Mission Breakout,
probably the best ride at Disney.
Wow.
Probably the best ride.
Better than
Ride of the Resistance. Yeah. I'd say Ride of the Resistance maybe is a close second.
Did you get like? Sorry, I'll let you go.
But I'll tell you what. Tron, not far behind those two.
Really?
Tron is awesome.
Now, that picture on the Tron bike, was that like a classic? Because my only perception is comparing it to Darien Lake.
Right.
Is that like that's a picture of you guys while you're on the ride?
Yeah, that's like the
very
beginning.
You're just like stationary?
No, we're on it. Like it's
okay, because that picture looked like, I don't know if it's the cameras they have. There was no motion blur. That was like a beautiful.
Well, that's like
it was
right. I think it's almost. It's like right as you're going, because not to spoiler or whatever, but it's like
just
it's just like like you're going.
Yeah,
like
it's a launch
it takes you outside. Yeah, like you're outside going like.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
It's a crazy ride, but it's really fun. But yeah, so like you said with the princesses, I not really walking around a lot of the characters. We met Mickey, we saw Chewbacca and
Ray. You mean
Clue
from Tron?
No.
Do they have him there?
No,
okay.
they did not. We met Mickey, we met Pooh and Tigger.
How was Mickey?
Mickey was cool. Magician Mickey.
Oh, I was just going to say, what was the outfit?
Yeah. Met Frozone. He walked up to us.
I saw that picture, yeah. Pretty still face.
But, like, even, like, Galaxy's Edge, like, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to sound like maybe I'm hating on it. It was cool. Like, Ride of Resistance was cool. But, like, we had Rey and Chewie walking around and some Stormtroopers, and that was it. I didn't even see Mando.
You guys missed, the big Hera and Chopper reveal by like a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hera and Chopper went there on Wednesday, I think, is when they were unveiled. Yeah. So maybe that's why. Maybe they were pulling back.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't even follow like Disney parks
Right.
online. I'm barely even online these days. Like, but every time I opened X or every time I opened Facebook, it was or TikTok was really the main one. Was it was just like everything I would see would be like people meeting Hera and Chopper. It was like they were like the big like, oh my god! It was like you know when they add Avengers to Avengers Campus or something.
So yeah, that was, you know, Galaxy's Edge was great. I had a great time. Star Tour is awesome, still awesome in my opinion.
R.I.P. Paul Rubens.
R.I.P. Paul Rubens.
He's the voice of the droid. He's the
voice.
voice.
Shit, okay.
Yeah, he's the voice of Star Tours.
All right. So that was cool. Am I missing a Star Wars ride? Isn't there another one?
Well, there's Rise of Resistance.
We went on all
and then
of them.
did you do the Falcon?
Oh, the Falcon.
Yeah, the Falcon.
That was really cool too.
Yeah, the Falcon is just completely stationary.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you.
What
we
role
we were gunners. Me and Danielle
you and both were gunners. Okay.
So that was just pushing a button.
Thing.
That was just pushing a button. I'll tell you
at the right time.
Our pilots
not too
we crashed a few times.
Yeah.
So that was all fun.
But you enjoy your time on Batu.
Yes. Yes.
Black Spire. Good old Black Spire outpost.
Did do both Avatar rides. I liked the flight.
I think I would cry.
I liked Flight of the Na'vi.
If I went to Pandora, I think I would cry. Like,
I mean,
more than Star Wars Land.
Even with like, we didn't like explore Pandora. We just kind of went to the attractions and like we're like, okay.
Well, how much is
and
it?
Animal
to
Kingdom
really
is kind of exactly.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom is kind of, again, it's like my least favorite probably.
Yeah.
But we did like the whatever, I forget, whatever flight of.
Yeah, it's the flight of.
Well, whatever the other one was, we did that one first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one was fine. Danielle liked it more than I did. There was just, to me, there was no story.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we're going through Pandora. Okay, animatronic. Oh, cool, yeah, done. I was like, okay. It felt very
that animatronic with the woman going.
Yes. That looked really. It looks
really great
good.
in video. I can't even. Imagine
It looks
in
great,
real life,
but it was. I was just kind of like, okay, we're done. But Flight of the Na'vi, I think it is. That one I thought was really.
That's
cool.
the one that people say is like.
I thought that was really cool.
And they're doing even more, right? I think they're like doing even more in Animal Kingdom to make it.
Well, good. They should.
Figure they got 4 sequels coming out worth of material.
I
want to feel like I am Torek Makto when I go there. You know, when I save up all my hard-earned cash.
Another thing I'll just say, like, and I was talking about, you know, just the size of, like, Gringotts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Guardians ride, just like the absolute. And again, it's kind of like you're waiting in line, then you know they do the thing where it's like, okay, you think you're going, well now you're in like another thing.
Yeah,
which is cool, and I'll get to like the whole ticketing thing too. But just the sheer size of the attractions is just crazy because you're just walking through. Like for Guardians, for example, you're all in this room. Did you know? This is a spoiler. Did you know Terry Crews is in that?
I did. Yeah, is he like a Nova Corps person?
Yeah. He's pretty funny in it actually too. But like you walk in this room and it just looks like a conspicuous, you know, just random room, and then it goes dark, and I'm guessing I don't know how they do it, but I'm guessing the walls just raise up. It just reveals this like whole way bigger room with like these screens. And,
I actually know exactly how that works.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm like, and it's just like and again, it's like, wait, how did this? And it's like, did the walls like go up or what? Because it goes dark real quick in it. But Guardians. Oh yeah, sure, you can tell.
They're not walls; they're curtains.
They're curtains. Okay.
They're like still curtains.
Because they do say like, back away from the thing, like make sure you stay within the line
or whatever. Yeah. It's like it's literally just
they look like walls,
and they go boom. It's like, it's just, I don't know. It's just Disney. I don't know what kind of material it is, but it's like, it's just insane.
And just speaking on that too, like something, and when I was talking to you earlier about the whole, like, I finished Succession on the plane on the way back, but when I was in Disney and I was like, oh yeah, this is like, you know, Waystar Royco, the fucking parks and everything. But I was just like, I can't imagine the logistical nightmare that Disney is. You have 4 theme parks, like 20, I think it's around 20 resorts.
Yeah.
You know, I forget how many acres Disney is, but did you know, speaking of logistics, did you know that they built a fucking skyline in Disney World. Did you know that?
No.
So Pop Century and Art of Animation are right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they built a skyline to go from those two resorts to...
What is a skyline?
So, like, you get on, like you're going up to, like, a high mountain.
Like a gondola?
Yeah, a gondola. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Oh, wow.
They built a gondola to go from those two resorts to, I believe it's Caribbean Resort.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes from Caribbean to Epcot,
so this
Hollywood
is like
Studios. Oh, yeah. Hollywood Studios or, like, another resort.
Wow.
I think, like, 2 other resorts. So now you can't get a bus to those 2 resorts from those 2
You have to take the gondola?
Parks. You have to take the gondola. But it's like boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
So it's like you're waiting in line. Like, so the first day when we got in line to go to that park, the line, we're probably in line. It was like all the way down, like, but it was like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Because it's like...
It moves quick.
They're like, how many? 2? Okay, that one. 2? That one. Like, it just keeps going. And it's very fast, like way faster, I think, than the bus probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, holy shit. Like, I would not be shocked if they, made it more to more resorts.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, again, like, even when the gondola gets in the air, it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
So that was again, crazy, a revelation. Honestly, yeah. I mean,
okay.
did we stop midair a few times? Yes.
Oh. Okay.
And then they, like, go over the loudspeaker. It's like, please remain seated. Your ride will resume in a few minutes.
Do us a favor and shift your weight a little bit.
But it's like they have like 100% gain turned on the microphone, so it's like this loud ass thing. But yeah, that was really crazy. But last thing I just want to talk about real quick, the ticketing. So I don't know if this is a Bob Chapek effect. I could be wrong. Maybe they implemented it. Although, how long was he head of parks? Like a while, right?
Oh, he was.
I know people hated him when he was head of parks.
Yeah, I think he was head of parks for like a decade.
So it probably was a him decision. So now they have like Genie Plus.
Oh, that was 100%. Yeah.
So I will say, and I hate it's looking back at it, it kind of sucks that we did it, but. Genie Plus, I will say.
You held your hand out to a child's head and said, "No, you don't get to. You don't get to go Plus on here." Is
if you are a couple or just like maybe a family of a mom, dad, maybe one kid, 100% worth it. I will say that. Is it $15 to $20 per day, per person, per park? Yes. But
that's actually less than I thought it would be.
Okay, so but it is like, say for example, you're waiting in line for, I'm trying to think of something we used it on, because some of them are like digital, like I think Guardians was a digital queue,
and Rise of the Resistance,
right? Yeah. So we just did that. We didn't pay. Or maybe we might have paid for Rise of the Resistance. I forget. But
Rise of the Resistance, there's like some days where like the line is like you just can't go.
Right. No, exactly. But like there were some rides that you wouldn't expect would be like, 90-minute wait. But you
like
get
the teacups.
Yeah, we didn't go on that, but that's a good example. Yeah. And you go on Disney Genie Plus and you reserve it. You wake up whatever time. 7 a.m. I think is when you could start reserving.
You walk your ass right to the front of the line.
You scan your band, go all the way up, and it's like 2 minutes, and you're on.
Man.
And it's just boom, boom,
I'll tell
boom.
you right now. So for I will just say, to keep it as broadly as I can. We had, for one reason or another, accessibility.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Oh, wow.
At Fan Expo.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't regret it. We got dirty looks. It was warranted. Yeah. I will say that. It was very warranted. Not the dirty looks. The accessibility need was very warranted. Yeah. Just one example. If we did not have this, waiting for the picture with Hayden Christensen.
Oh God, I can't even imagine.
Would have been 3 hours.
That's crazy. Yeah, so like that's crazy.
we were the 6th person to meet him.
Yeah, yeah. So
The
like
6th.
like Danielle's saying, like Tronic Guardians
Out of 13,
we waited in a
out of,
queue.
like,
So again,
1,300.
the queue is like you're walking around the park anyway. So you just come back within an hour interval.
Yeah.
You have a whole hour. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, whatever. Rise of the Resistance, we were like paid I forget how much it was. Paid for it on it 5-10 minutes maybe took us. And again, even Rise of the Resistance. I didn't send you that picture, but the size of those AT-ATs,
I can't
they're
imagine.
like fully fucking built out.
I was going to ask you, did you get like a derpy Rise of the Resistance, or was it like full bore? Because like sometimes the Kylo Ren's like...
Oh, no, I didn't get that.
You see that, like I see that on TikTok where they're like, here's my horrific Rise of the Resistance experience where like Kylo Ren is just, they like put like a box over him if he doesn't work. You didn't get that.
Oh, no,
it was all good. Okay,
no, but like, like
all the drops worked.
All the drops worked. All the workers took it like it was like the real thing. Like,
that would
all
be
that stuff.
crazy. That would just be...
yes.
I can't imagine.
Seven Doors Mine Card, I think it is, or whatever it's called. Probably, honestly, not worth the Disney Genie Plus, but we had it, so we're like, whatever. Regular wait was 2 hours.
If you're already there.
We were on it 5-10 minutes, done.
Wow. Well worth it.
And just on top of that, we did also, there is another app that we did download called
a third party, or
it's third party app, Standby Skipper. It is I'm not a bot guy, okay, but it's most definitely a bot.
Yeah.
It was $45 for 7-day pass, so you can use it all 7 days for $45. And basically, what it does is you add it as a member of your party, and basically you just schedule what time you want to try and do these rides, and it'll just keep trying to reserve things during those time periods. So like I'd go on in the morning, I'd be like, okay, I want to do ride the Na'vi or whatever, and then I'll do Dinosaur or something like that in Animal Kingdom. So it'd be like, okay, we did
is that
Na'vi.
based on the movie Dinosaur?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like there's stuff at Disney that they don't even know is still open. Like they're like, wait, what?
So it was like, okay, we did Ride of the Na'vi at 9:00, so I booked that at 7. So I was like, okay, come back between 9 and 10, and then in an hour, when you're eligible, it was like, oh, okay, so we did Dinosaur for 10 to 11, and then it's just like, but you could do as many as you want, so it'll just keep going. So you're always on the move.
Yeah.
Just. Again, if you're gonna get Genie Plus, definitely get that app too. It's definitely worth it. Where there's some even shows too that have, we didn't really use it as much for shows because it's like a one mass audience, so it's like you don't really need it. But yeah, that was if you're going to Disney, definitely. I know it sucks. You really don't want to have to pay the money, but I tell you what, if it's a small family, if it's 2 people, definitely worth it. Like you do not want to be waiting. Especially like when we got off the Seven Dwarfs thing, we were like, if we would have waited 2 hours, like we would have been fucking pissed.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was so many times where we would get the thing with the accessibility stuff at the Comic-Con is like they don't really. The one time we got like escorted to the place, but other than that, it's like they just kind of tell you like you're just kind of like, hey, we have somebody with accessibility needs. What do we do? And they just say, go here. And you have to, like, get there. And it was, like for Hayden, we went... You're familiar with it. I mean, we went... So if you're in the main lobby with the main escalators...
Yeah, I mean, was it just the lady yelling, like, group?
She wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you're going to remember her, but she's there every year. It's this girl. She's got glasses. She actually kind of looks like Danielle.
Okay.
She's got glasses, but she wears the Sherlock Holmes hat. She was there last year, or the last time we were there helping us. The loud, mean lady's gone, and she was running everything. The Sherlock Holmes girl, who like was definitely like 18 probably the first time I saw her working there. She was running everything, and I'll tell you, it was running a lot smoother and a lot friendlier than it has in years past. But man, they were just like, all right, you gotta get all the way down the hallway. There's an elevator all the way at the end of the hallway. Go down the elevator, then you guys gotta walk all the way back over this way to the room that Hayden is in.
Oh my God. Meanwhile,
we are walking past hundreds of people. and it is like you feel bad, but at the same time, it's like
that's what Danielle was like. Do you feel like, should we feel bad? I was like, we fucking paid for this. Like,
yeah, like that's the thing.
I don't feel that bad. Like, I don't feel bad. Oh, and Rock and Roller Coaster, that sucked. It was down. That was the only thing that we didn't get to do that we wanted to. It was down the entire day. There was a I opened my Walt Disney World app, and there was like a like I'm sorry message from like the VP of like the park or whatever. It was ridiculous. I was like, I don't know if we need that. But yeah, Disney, great trip. If it's in the budget, I guess you should definitely go. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe don't. I feel like if you've never been, I feel like you should at least stay on property once, because I just think it's like part of the experience.
Yeah.
But I think once you've been on property, it's like, okay, it's, whatever.
I don't know if you guys can see this. My roommate, we did a funny thing where she wanted to put her face in every single picture that we took of everything. But one thing that I forgot to talk about, the giant Ahsoka exhibit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw, like, a ton of stuff, so you're not going to be able to see those at all. But, like, I saw her lightsabers were there. Sabine's helmet is there.
Oh, that's dope.
Ezra/Sabine's lightsaber. Chopper was there.
Wow.
Full-on Chopper. They had Chopper in a glass case, and then they also had both screen used, but they had Chopper... I think this is the hero model of Chopper, like the actual like close-ups and everything used in the show was there. And then they had a different Chopper, a mechanical Chopper, also screen used in the show. I think actually they said that the particular one there was the one from Rogue One and Ahsoka.
Oh, okay.
So it was the OG one from Rogue One. And so they had that rolling around too. They had like, it was like a little more beat up that actually could go around and move. Was very, very cool. They have Marok's lightsaber, Balin's lightsaber, Shin's lightsaber, and then, of course, my guy. You gotta... Nope. I don't even know where the camera is. Right there. Loaf Cat. Absolutely incredibly cute in real life. It was crazy. But yeah, Chopper up close was like, that is crazy. I've seen a ton of, like, R2-D2s and, like, Astromechs and stuff at different cons over the years. But that Chopper up close, like the detail on that, like the hero one was insane in the glass case. Was so cool. But speaking of Ahsoka,
I think it's about to come out.
Episode 5 is about to drop. We got to talk about some stuff here quickly before we get to it. So full spoilers for Ahsoka episode 1 through 4, but mainly the last 3 minutes of episode 4. It's up. Yeah, it's a scroll. Nice. What's the length? 52 minutes. Okay, 52 minutes. So the episode ends, because obviously we didn't watch this together. You were in a different state.
Yep.
Okay, so just the episode ends. She's in the world between worlds. Anakin Skywalker is there. The internet's losing their mind. They're going to fight on Mustafar. She's going to kill him. She's going to save him. Obi-Wan's going to come out and go, Ahsoka, we have to save him together. What's your take on this? What do you think is going on? Because I just think that the internet...
people talk about different timelines, and everybody's like, when has there ever been a different timeline?
And I just think the internet has absolutely lost its marbles when it comes to this whole thing. But what was your initial take on it? And now, before we watch it, what are you going to expect?
I saw a video that said that maybe they think that she's like drowning or something, which is why she's like, it's kind of like her unconscious
so
self.
You think she's kind of almost dead?
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna die, obviously, but I think she's maybe kind of.
But you don't think this is like
in peril?
Do you think that this is, I guess, for Anakin specifically, which, by the way, rotten lying bastard. Just I'll say, I looked at him in the eyes and I said,
"Oh, you said this to?"
Nah, I just went, and he went, no. It's like, did you ever watch I Think You Should Leave on Netflix?
No.
The comedy show?
No.
There's just a line in there, it's a lot of context, but he just goes, no sloppy steaks. And it was like the way, that was him denying, like, no, I'm not going to be in Ahsoka. But I did want to ask him about Jumper 2. I was robbed of the opportunity. But so with Anakin in particular, and we are going to get to the episode just a minute. And this week we are going to have a timer. We're going to try and match it up as best as possible.
Yeah, you see it at the top. You can see it at the top.
Yeah, TJ's going to have to do 2 clicks, but we're going to try our best to make that match up. Yeah. But for Anakin in particular, so to you, is this a... Oh my God, they pulled him right after they said goodbye when she was heading off to Mandalore and before he fell. Or some people are saying, oh, this is right after Palpatine turns him.
I think it might be her, like...
Or is it just her subconscious memory, Han Solo style? Because remember, too, that's on the table. Han Solo, you know, obviously Anakin was a Jedi and Han wasn't, but, like, Han Solo was, like, a Force memory from Ben's consciousness. So is that maybe what we're seeing?
I think that might be it.
Or is this straight up... Sorry, I'm just saying, this third option. Or is this straight up and down, this is the guy who died 5 years ago?
No.
In Luke's arms, this is his Force ghost. Period.
No, I don't think so.
Really? Okay.
I think it's a subconscious thing, but I also think they're trying to make him look Clone Wars-esque, I feel like, with the
Let us know in
kind
the
of
chat. What do you guys
de-aging
think?
type thing. So I think it's more of a kind of memory than it is this is, you know, me after I died in 6. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, yeah. Personally, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
To me, and again, I've only watched all of these episodes. I've only watched them once through. I from the moment I saw it, I was like that. And then there's all the back and forth with the lighting, and is that Vader's lightsaber or is that Anakin's lightsaber? That's been like all over the internet of like, well, the hilt looks black at this angle, but then when he kind of moves, it looks more silver, and people are losing their mind. I took seeing him in episode 3 look, what I assume and what I think is Darth Vader's lightsaber, because to me that lightsaber looks completely black. I don't see where people are saying that it's silver. And then with the episode ending with Vader's theme playing, to me, I 100% take that as, and we're completely different on this, I take that as 100% that this is his Force ghost dead after episode 6. I think that this is like he is Anakin and he is Darth Vader. He is both of those people in one. And this is like him at peace in the Force. I think this is just straight up, we're seeing Anakin's Force ghost. Yeah. At like the last thing that he actively did was die in Luke's arms. That's what I think we're seeing. I think it's just straight up and down his Force ghost 5 years after Return of the Jedi. That's what I think. And I think he's just choosing to look like Hayden Christensen because now you know we know. Well, he was Hayden Christensen Force ghost in Return of the Jedi. So I think that's just who we're seeing. I think that's who we're seeing is straight up Force ghost.
All right, let's get into the episode.
Want to hit the timer or then?
I'm gonna.
Oh, hit that, yeah, because there's like a second of delay.
Right. All right, so I'm just gonna go. That's.
All right, everybody, bear with us here.
No, stop.
Also, let us know. Is it too loud? Can you hear it? If you guys can hear it, definitely let us know.
Yeah.
But let's give everybody. Hopefully, you've had time while we've been talking. Pull up Disney Plus on your devices, and we will.
All right.
Get going here in just a second.
You can also rewind it too. You don't have to watch it live.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start timer. 3, 2, 1, and play. Okay. We're leaving the recap.
Yeah, we're leaving it. Man, how good is Ray Stevenson in this show?
I remember I said to you, I go, that was the most samurai-ish, I feel like, thing of Star Wars I've seen like the longest
For sure,
time.
Yeah.
Do you think we get the Thrawn reveal this episode?
I think we get, I think so. Yeah.
I feel like they have to.
What did you feel about her decision to give him the map?
I understood it just because it's clear.
She's gonna die. They're gonna kill her if she doesn't.
Well, I've also just felt like they're really building up she really needs to have some sort of semblance of family back.
Yeah.
And I feel like they've...
that shot.
Yeah.
When they go through the ring.
I feel like they did a good job of that, so I bought into it personally, but... Was his hair green or was that my TV?
His hair's green.
Oh, okay. Guess that makes sense.
Man, just the way that they translated The World Between Worlds to live action is so good.
Mm.
Guys, I'm going to kick up the volume just a little bit. Let us know if you can hear it. Please let us know. ASAP. Oh, God. Some people were not skipping intro.
Yeah, we're not skipping
anything.
So I think it's probably like a few tenths of a second off.
Yeah. Are we going to get Vader's mask in this week?
Nope.
How do you feel about him being on the actual poster?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's on the actual mid-season poster. There's something like 18 seconds of trailer footage that we haven't seen yet, and that's it.
Wow. That's good.
10 of which is just the 2 shots of Thrawn.
Mm.
Man, Cetos looks good.
Again, with you, like you said, I don't get the looks volume. Like, I think it looks really good, this show.
Like that, I don't know if that's green screen or volume or what. It just looks good to me. I don't know.
Maybe we're crazy. I don't know. Maybe we're really that crazy. We're crazy.
Oh, what were your thoughts on Marok being some sort of a Night Sister boogeyman?
Oh, yeah.
Boogeyman in a suit.
There goes that theory. Everybody's theory about that.
Man, look at that. Also, Ghost in live action last week. First action. If you don't count Blink and You Miss It and Rise of Skywalker and Rogue One. Carson Teva. She's great. I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead in this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Man, doesn't he look like Ezra?
Yeah.
It's just the haircut, but it's just he just looks like that's like crazy. If you put him in orange instead of brown. I like the green hair.
Oh.
He could do that neck thing in person. And the little arms that fly out of him. Oh. I thought it was Mando for a second. I said, whoa, what are you doing here?
Oh, shout out that fight, too, in the last episode.
Oh, with Hu Yang and the HK droid? Yeah. Help! Help! David Tennant's so good.
Oh.
Oh. Damn. I'm sorry for laughing.
The eyes.
I don't know. He's a little freak if you want him to be. I think they nailed Jason's design. I think it looks great. Different music.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this sounds like some shit's about to happen.
Yeah, exactly,
music.
yeah. Shadow Warrior.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. I'm going to go on record. I don't think they're gonna fight on Mustafar and stuff. So if I'm wrong, I'll say that I'm wrong. But there it is. To go back. Yeah. I'd be like, hang on, man. I'd be like, hang on, man. Hang on. You think you can just walk up here after you try to kill me?
Oh.
Okay, so I was wrong. That's definitely his lightsaber. I think the de-aging looks good.
I think it looks better. Yeah, it definitely does look better. Oh. Oh, shit. We're going in. I mean, I think it looks better than it did in Kenobi.
Yeah, for sure. I think the long hair helps it too.
Mm-hmm.
That short hair they had him in Kenobi
Yeah,
that would look rough on anybody. It looked rough on him 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I love Chopper's like design.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. What is that giant thing? Oh!
Mm.
Princess Leia. I believe that this kid is Freddie Prinze Jr.'s kid.
Yeah.
So what are you looking at me for?
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She said, what the fuck? That's pretty cool.
That is cool, yeah.
Wow. This music is crazy.
Ahsoka's losing.
He's still got those long ass sideburns that he had in Rebels. I just... Let's get Carson in the Ghost, man. Why he can get another X-wing? Yes.
Name drop.
That was fun. That was great. He's like,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
Okay, who isn't? It's like, what are you talking about, man? The lady I just got off the phone with was a Jedi too. What are you like? So was her brother.
Yeah.
So was her dad. This is awesome.
Oh, oh. Oh. Ouch.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh shit! Yo, what?
I swear
What
to God,
the
if they
fuck?
fall into Mustafar.
If they fall into Mustafar right now, I'm walking out of your house. What the fuck is going? Oh. Do you see what she looks like?
Oh my God. What the heck?
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Don't tell me that this is a live
That is
action Clone Wars,
sick.
man. Don't tell me.
Wow, that is dope.
Okay, we're gonna get Rex.
Wow.
Come on. Oh.
Who's that? Do we know who that is? I mean, actress?
So there was a rumor a year ago.
That looks good.
Holy shit, that looks good.
My God.
So she's her as an adult, but in her body.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes. The green. Are we gonna get Rex? I mean, I get that
Look
they're
at those
I get
those
that-
clones too. Like,
I get that they're all him, but
yeah. I mean, obviously we saw.
oh, the light showing the red and the blue on his robes for oh. Wow. Holy
Wow.
shit, dude.
The way they like just dropped, and you're kind of like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was really.
Are we gonna
cool.
like go through different arcs here?
I think that's what it seemed like.
Oh, that's somebody with a helmet off right there. Oh yeah, so a year ago there was a report that one of the young girls in
Oh, hold on.
is that blonde? Is he blonde? Oh. Oh? One of the young girls from House of the Dragon
Oh,
was cast as a young Ahsoka, but I don't recognize her.
yeah.
Oh, there he is. That's literally Rex.
Oh.
I was like, oh my god. Are we gonna see or hear him though? Wow, they really nailed her her
Look.
yeah, her look
Yeah.
for Clone Wars. They really did. Come on. Come walk a little closer. Wow, he looks great. You lost so many. To be fair. I can't even believe like what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh shit. I feel like there's like gonna be a terrifying smash cut to Darth Vader in a second.
Oh.
Like he was like, "You want me to be more serious?" It kind of looks like Ariana Greenblatt, who played young Gamora and the daughter in Barbie. Isn't that kind of who it looks like? I can't tell with the orange skin, though. I don't know who it is. I can't tell.
Wow, look at that shot. Jeez. Oh! That was sick.
Come on! He knew what he was doing with that one.
Wow. Wow.
And if this was Mando, boom, the episode would end right there.
Exactly.
Damn.
Wow, bravo.
That was great. I mean, like, I see what you were doing there with the fog, but like, it was, you know, it's a TV show. That was well worth it. And we've now seen Rex in live action, but we haven't seen Tem as Rex. Man, those X-Wings look cool. He's like, why am I always following these friggin' people? Damn! Wow. The Ghost looks so good in live action.
Said what?
Like Vader. What? You see the picture of Kanan?
Oh yeah.
I missed that. People on Twitter were like losing their mind.
How can you even make that out?
People saw even more specific. They said it's a picture of Freddie Prinze Jr. from the Scooby-Doo premiere with Kanan's shirt edited over it. He's a cool guy. Intense. That was great. That was great. He went, how can I put this? That was really funny. Intense.
Doesn't know how.
Wow.
Yeah, it does look good. Jeez.
Like,
Oh,
I was like, they died. Oh, we're aging up.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa,
That
whoa, whoa,
looks
whoa,
sick.
whoa. Is this the live action Siege of Mandalore? It is. Look at their
Wow.
helmets.
That looks awesome.
My brain just went, she shouldn't have blue lightsabers.
Yeah.
She only had that at the Siege of Mandalore. I'm dying. Man, his Phase 2 armor looks so good in live action. It really makes you remember how young she was in the Clone Wars compared to Rebels. Like, Jesus. There it is. Anakin wasn't there for this. You were gone. About 45 minutes before this, we parted ways. Hayden's got some heavy lifting in this episode. Are we gonna get?
Maybe like.
Are we gonna get? I just thought, is the next one we're gonna get the? Ooh. I was gonna say, are we gonna get live action Twilight of the Apprentice next? If we get Twilight of the Apprentice next, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh
Oh, come on.
Oh
dude.
no. Oh shit. That's full on Revenge of the Sith right there.
To be fair, that is what he looked like at this exact moment.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Damn. I just want to say I am fine with the fog and the smoke. If that means we get this, I'm perfectly fine with all this. It's giving Mortis vibes. This is great.
Oh. Wow. That was awesome. Oh shit. Oh. Oh my god.
Wow.
Whoa. The
This
little
is
voice
awesome.
modulation on that.
I mean, at some point, he's going to fully switch into Vader. Even if he doesn't, though, I like this. The kind of, like, lightning striking, like, changing him. This is great.
Ooh.
Look at his eyes.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Shit. Oh, he needed that. He just blinks and goes, okay. guess that was it.
I feel like that might not be the last we see of him.
Yeah.
Was it 8 episodes, right?
Yeah. There's 3 more after this.
Wow.
It's all going to turn back into the water, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so.
That was crazy.
That was awesome. Yeah, I think she's drowning.
And you're telling me that this budget was less than half of Secret Invasion? Less than half? Man, Dave Filoni really makes some crazy ethereal shit. Like,
I mean, so that was her subconscious, right? I think that maybe most. I mean,
no, I think it was his Force Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah, because he had knowledge that she. Yeah, it had to have been his Force Ghost because he was speaking past tense about like that he was redeemed. So. Mm. This looks like really good. I don't. Okay. He's losing it, man.
Oh.
That was crazy.
No.
Man, this shit just looks good, dude. I don't know what people are watching. I'm gonna go on Twitter tonight and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, the CGI on those ships."
You could see the screws.
Yeah, yeah. Too many screws and bolts. Oh. Whoa! No headdress or anything. Look at that. Have we ever seen
Ahsoka? It's like weird to see.
Yeah, have we ever literally ever seen Ahsoka without some type of headdress? I don't think so. Oh, when she was a baby in Tales of the Jedi. That was the only time. Oh, I guess that's the answer about her ears. She's got like 3 little holes there. Thanks, Hu Yang. I don't think she thought that he got there on his own. Damn. Oh, thank God. I think that's a. She put it. She's got a different headdress on than she had earlier in the season.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's got Kanan's shoulder piece on.
Mm.
Oh shit, she's wearing white. Like Gandalf. Ahsoka the White.
This is like this is like the Arkham games, Batman Detective.
I can't believe some of the stuff we just saw.
Still, I'm very interested in what Balin's like, goal is.
Mm-hmm. She said, "This Ezra kid's more trouble than he's worth."
Yeah. They're long gone. Oh. Oh. Are they gonna fucking blow us away?
Is that it? Oh, we're only 30 minutes in.
Oh, really? When I saw that, I go, oh, we're 30 minutes in? Like, it's almost over?
I saw that. I would have loved to. I would have loved it if they had her headpiece there to see.
Did you see that distant purple? Oh boy.
I mean, anybody who didn't think that this show was ending with them strapping the ghost to the top of the Purgle, I don't know what y'all were thinking. Hopefully, it's a little less damaging than what happened to the Chimera and Rebels, but a little less fire and brimstone.
What about that guy that said, "Long live the Empire"? Hmm.
Yeah, about that. We actually need to take a quick pit stop to Coruscant, to the Senate chamber real quick. And then we can go with the whales, actually. Or here's an idea. Let's follow them. Best way to prove the Thrawn's back is to bring him to the Senate, right? Yeah, and be like, next time Mon Mothma calls, be like, oh yeah, here he is. He's right here, actually. We're definitely getting Thrawn at the end of this episode. They haven't shown that side of things at all, so it's gonna be something big. She is Ahsoka the White. She's wearing the white robe that she had at the end of Rebels now.
Have you seen those armbands before?
No, I don't think so. She's got a whole new vibe. Wow. Holy shit. I don't know if I'm just putting way too much into this, but I feel like she's totally different. Like, I feel like her attitude's totally different. Jeez.
I don't think you're putting too much into it. I think that is exactly what you're supposed to be thinking.
Yeah. I love how, like, colorful the Ghost looks in animation. And then in live action, it's like just like any other Star Wars ship. It's just a hunk of gray crap. Like, it's just like... This guy right here?
Wait, what?
She's gonna try to talk to it. I don't know. Throw a big rope around it. Be like Sandy Cheeks, right? With the big worm.
Yeah.
She's got a whole new outfit.
I was gonna say
everything's
a whole new
new.
Get up right here.
This is like crazy.
She's gonna speak whale like in Finding Dory.
Yeah. We need Ezra. Oh.
Whoa.
My God. Holy shit. Melodic rumbling. This is like Way of the Water. She's the last Tolkien writer. Look at how small the ships are.
Oh. What are those ships gonna do? I ain't got nothing.
Nothing good.
Oh,
It's the ships inside of it that worry me.
That's what I was thinking.
They're coming in a little hot. They're coming in a little
almost
hot.
like a certain Empire ship that used to.
They're coming in real hot. Let's back it up, boys. Come on. Let's get in check, Akbar. Spider-Man forever. That's what they wanted you to think.
Oh. How did I say
He
this
started
episode is 46 minutes.
52. Well, with credits, probably 46. Yeah. Man, it just bites her hand off. There it is. She lost a hand. She's a Star Wars character. This is like some crazy shit. Whoa. Oh, are you going to be able to see the hyperspace in their eyes?
Whoa.
That was always so cool in Rebels when Ezra got right up on them and... Oh, they're going to go into its mouth.
Its mouth. Oh, my lord.
I mean, to be fair, that's how real whales work. Like, she opened her eyes and she goes, I'm not going in there. What the fuck? She's, like, so happy about it. He's like, what the hell? That reminds me of in Falcon and Winter Soldier when the guy's in the cockpit and Sam just pokes his head up and he goes, yeah. The guy goes, ah. Is the ghost going too or just these two?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably just these two.
Yeah.
Because then Hera will have to face the committee without Ahsoka's testimony.
Enough, yeah.
And then Ahsoka can come back and be like, y'all were wrong. Thrawn's back.
What? Nice.
Wow. There it is. There it is. Come on. This has got to be on par with Han Solo's stance, you know. What was I gonna say? Risky gamble to tell Rosario Dawson for 3 years to underplay this character to make this worth it, because she is like grinning ear to ear and.
I think this.
Yeah, I think she might be good. Yeah, I think. I'm assuming the ship has a camera. I like that you can see the fighters in the ship as it goes by. Like, the detail on these ships is like crazy in this show. Don't hit any of the tendrils. Like, this guy's on acid. He's like, what the fuck? What did I drink this morning?
Whoa. Wow.
Literally bigger than the ship. Whoa.
Oh, that's dope.
That looks so good in live action.
It's like Godzilla.
How did they like nail every design from Rebels in live action? I think that's it.
I think so too, yeah.
I think that's it. I don't think we get Thrawn at all.
Whoa.
The whale goes and they're just eviscerated.
Yeah.
They're just like, I think that's it.
Yep. Wow. Bravo, Dave.
Damn.
Dave said this one's mine.
Yeah, he said I'm actually going to check in on this one. Damn. What'd you think?
I mean, that was That was a standout episode, I think. That might be the new favorite right there.
New favorite of the show or new favorite of the...
New favorite of the show.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I think so far...
Yeah, make sure there's no, secrets there.
All right.
I don't think there would be, but...
Okay.
Just in case. You never know.
Nope.
All right, we're good. Wow. Oh, you can hit the timer, I guess. Wow. Holy shit. I guess our title was right.
Yeah.
You know what? I was so absolutely against the whole idea of like, oh, they're gonna travel, they're gonna go to Mustafar and fight each other. And I was like, they're gonna have like a master apprentice like conversation. And it was kind of both.
I would say
it was kind of everything. You said you were like, oh, I think it's gonna be more of like a manifestation of her subconscious. I think it was his Force Ghost, but I think it was kind of both. It was like we were seeing him. It was almost like we were seeing his Force Ghost in her memories. That's what it felt like. Actually, no, that's exactly what it was, because he goes, I don't recognize this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think one of the most haunting things about this was like kind of putting in perspective and trying to remember just how young she was in the Siege of Mandalore. I mean, like, that was a child actress,
right?
And we know that a day, 12 hours later, she's burying hundreds of clones. Like, Rex is gonna try to kill her like 4 hours from that scene with the two of them. Live action Rex. I mean, like, holy shit. I got a Princess Leia shout out.
Yep.
Mon Mothma, you know, trying to cover, but you know, you can only do so much. What a goddamn good episode. Holy shit.
I'm trying to find who the actress was.
Oh yeah, that played her. I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah.
Give it an hour and it'll be everywhere. Like I said, there was definitely that.
Oh yeah, Ariana Greenblatt.
It is Ariana Greenblatt. Yeah. Okay, okay. That's who I thought it looked like. Because there was that story like a year ago that said one of the Valerian daughters, one of the black actresses from House of the Dragon that played the young ones. They said that the story was that one of them was going to be playing young Ahsoka, but then the second I saw her, I was like, that looks like Ariana Greenblatt. But I was like, with the orange skin and the headdress.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
I was like, I can't really. You're judging from like here down. She's a great young actress. Between, you know, young Gamora and in Infinity War, Barbie, like this, she's great. She was great in this. And Hayden was like, fantastic. I heard somebody refer to this as, they were like, this is either gonna be, you know, because there's people out there worrying. I didn't have this worry. I was just like, I was more like, that is interesting that people were saying, you know, we're seeing these two characters together again, but these two actors have never been on screen together. To me, I'm like, well, you know, Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson were never on screen together.
I thought I saw something that they were like really good friends.
They are really good friends. Yeah, they're like, I think at a certain point they were like best friends in real life. Yeah, they've just never been in anything together. Which is
fair
like
enough.
weird.
Yeah.
But I think Rosario has definitely referred to Hayden as like one of her best friends, and I think you felt that. I mean, that's like. You felt that here. I think that's like crazy to even wrap my head around, that like that picture of them on the red carpet where they're like hugging each other like from like 2005, and then now these are the same actors playing this, like with all this history. And I thought it was great. And those Vader flashes, I know I've said it a couple times on this live stream tonight, I've only watched these episodes through once. I'm gonna watch this one when I get home. At least that section. At least that like 20-minute Clone Wars section.
Yeah, he was definitely in it way more than I kind of anticipated. I would not be, you know, surprised if he's in it more. But this also makes me look forward to more in these last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I think
you might be right that I don't think he's done.
Yeah, I don't think he's done, but I feel like this leaves more room for Bale and Skull, because I'm very interested in his character.
Yeah,
and I really want to see. Obviously, he wasn't in this episode at all.
Yeah,
But I really want to see what his like kind of connection / motivation is.
Yeah.
For what he's doing.
Yeah,
know?
I mean, kind of going back to episode 4, what do you think he means when he says to Sabine, you know, you and I have, what he says, like, specifically, I think he says, you know, you and I share a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does he want, so here is my broad theory.
Okay.
Which I was already wrong about one thing on, because I thought, so the end of Rebels, right, you know, and anybody who hasn't watched Rebels, forgive us, but, like, if you just watched that episode and you haven't seen Clone Wars and Rebels, I don't know what to tell you. Man, for a non-animation fan though, watching that episode, it's like they gave you a sample size.
Oh,
they're like, yeah, the first one, that's what the early seasons are like. The second one, that's what the later seasons are like. But what's it called? So my overall theory was, in the end of Rebels, the portal to the world between worlds from Lothal is on the Chimera. It's on Thrawn's ship, because remember, Palpatine tries to get Ezra to open it for him.
Right.
And Ezra doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So what I thought that Ahsoka was going to be trapped in the world between worlds and then come out of that portal on the Chimera.
Oh, okay.
Like, I thought she was just going to, like, you know,
like
world jump. Like, I thought she was going to, hack.
Like he does in those, like, 2 episodes where he's kind of running around.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I thought it was going to be maybe she went into the Cetos portal and was going to come out the Lothal portal, which is now not on Lothal, it's on the Chimera.
Right.
So that didn't happen. She's flying there, you know, directly. But other than that, I think my broad theory, I think Baylan, because he keeps, you know, Shin keeps saying, there's another character wasn't in this episode, Shin, none of the villains were in this episode, but you know, Shin keeps saying, what do we get when we find Thrawn? What is Thrawn going to give us? And Baylan's not saying, like, oh, military might or something. He's saying power unlike anything you've ever imagined. Like, I think that Baylan, for one reason or another, might be after the world between worlds. And so I think that Baylan might be after, maybe not after Ezra, but I don't think Baylan's going there for Thrawn. I think he's going there for Ezra. That's why I think he tells Sabine, I think he means literally we share a common goal, is to find Ezra Bridger, because, you know, for one reason or another, maybe he knows that Ezra knows how to access the world between worlds. Little does he know that he just threw Ahsoka into it, you know, an hour ago. But you know, that's what I think. I think that Baylan is somehow thinking that by either getting Ezra or by getting, maybe he knows about the temple entrance or something. I think he's after the world between worlds to, like, correct some problem in the past, because I think he thinks that it is like time travel, and that's not what it is. Clearly, it's more just seeing the past and visiting the past. Like, you can't change things. Like, that's what Ezra, or that's what Ahsoka tells Ezra in Rebels, is he's like, Kanan's right there, I could pull him out, and she's like, if you pull Kanan out, all of you are gonna die in that explosion if he doesn't hold it back. You can't pull him out. Like, that's like the simplest way to explain it to somebody. But that's what I think. That's what I think Baylan's after. I think he'll cut Morgan in a second and kill Thrawn if he needs to. I think he's after something, because he holds, like, such reverence for the Jedi. I don't know if it's like trying to stop Order 66 or what it would be. Yeah. What do you think?
I don't even, like, you know, I'd be willing to hop on that your bandwagon. I don't even, like, because, like, I just can't imagine, like, what just because he doesn't seem like an evil guy, you know, and maybe, like you said, maybe he has the wrong impression that it's like, oh, he can go back and, you know, change all these things to make sure that, you know, maybe, oh, Order 66 never happened, you know, we never have, you know, we can snuff it out before anything happens. But maybe he'll, you know, obviously he'll find out, like, no, that's not how it works. Like, you can't just go back and change all this shit. But no, yeah, like, I'm very interested to see, obviously, what his end goal is. I just want to real quick, like, touch on, like, just we kept talking about it through the episode, and we've talked about it through the other episodes. But like, just the production value is just like off the charts on the show.
According to us.
According
to the two of us.
No, I mean, like you said, like I get what they're doing with the smoke. You know, obviously we're trying to hide a few things. You know, but like I still like initially when she gets like dropped down into, you don't know what you're looking at, and it's just kind of dissipating. You see these clone troopers start running, and I thought all that looked awesome. Yeah. And like you said, the quick flashes with Hayden and going back between Anakin and Vader, like that whole thing just looked amazing. And I don't understand why every show can't look like that.
I know, I really don't. I mean, I know that I keep, you know, we keep like jokingly saying like, oh, Secret Invasion, you know, whatever. Obviously, Secret Invasion is not going to have a giant, you know, battlefield with lightsabers and you know, it's like, in a certain respect, Star Wars is easier to make look cool because it has lasers and lightsabers and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, then you look at like Cetos, and like, granted, they do similar shots of approaching that cliff a couple times. So it's like, I'm sure they spent a lot of money to get those models looking great and to get that specific thing looking fantastic. But that doesn't like take away from the show. Mm-hmm. Like the fact that people are like I've seen that people are like, well, of course it looks good. Every episode's set on the same planet, and it's like, well, what do you want? Like, what do you like? It's
not a movie.
It looks
budget.
good, like I don't know, and the ships just look fantastic. Like the Ghost looks so good. Like I said early in the episode, like especially with the Purgles at the end, with the eye that you see with the bright blue lines on it. The hyperspace coming off of their tails, it just looked crazy good. Mm-hmm. And all the ships just great. And like even little things in this show, like David Tennant as Hu Yang, like with all of his lines and stuff. So glad that they're back together and that he's going on the main adventure with her.
Yeah.
I was very glad to see that. So,
I think David Tennant is...
shit, dude.
David Tennant, I feel like, is very good at.
David Tennant's having a
whenever he's like has a
year.
line, I can like picture like his kind of facial expression. I feel like
like especially when he did the intense like that. Like I just picture him going like full like British like droid, just like how do I put this like. But man, he's having a. I just started. I know we didn't really do what we've been watching, but I started this BBC show. I say started. It's only 4 episodes, but it's called Inside Man. It's on Netflix. It was him. You've probably seen like pictures of it. It's him. He's like a priest in it. It's him and Stanley Tucci. Mm-hmm. And I won't even get further into the plot, but just like he had that super early this year come out on Netflix. Then he just had Good Omens season 2. Now he's in Ahsoka. Next month he's back as the Doctor on Disney Plus. Like he's killing it. Like David Tennant's having a crazy. All we need now is for him to pop back up in Daredevil, and he'll be in everything again. Barty Crouch Jr. Origin movie on Max. There we go. Father. I don't know. I'm like grinning ear to ear after these episodes.
Yeah, I don't think they've
another banger from Dave.
I don't think they've missed on an episode yet.
I don't think so.
I think
people were really down on 3, and I loved 3. 3 was the one with the space battle. It was basically the whole thing was just the space battle to try and get to land on Cetos.
Right.
I thought that looked great with them going in between the Purgles and trying to fight
that was probably
the fighters.
my like least favorite, but I didn't think it was like a bad episode.
And then even like episode 2 I thought was fantastic. That was where they went to Corellia and where the guy was like, long live the Empire, and the little weasel guy was like, oh, we're fine here, you don't have to worry. That was the first fight with Marok. I just think, I don't know. And then obviously the first episode was fantastic, basically just reintroducing Sabine and everything. Mm-hmm. I thought it's been great. I think the show has been like not just good but great, and I love the fact that it's 8 episodes. Mm-hmm. Because with all these other shows, let me be fair, not Mando. Mando is 8 episodes, right. So that is Mando is a full 8 episodes, but Mando's 8 episodes, and the average episode length is like 28 minutes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm not one. I don't harp on the run times, but just the fact that these ones have been longer, and the fact that we've gotten 5, basically on average 45-minute episodes, because one was like 36, which was the shortest.
Yeah.
But then the first one was like 59
50,
minutes. Yeah. I just if these next two, I mean, I could be totally wrong, and the next 3 episodes are 25 minutes each. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're just going to be this length till the end. But the fact that we still have 3 weeks ahead of us instead of just one more week until the finale,
Right.
I'm more comparing that to like the Marvel shows are all 6 episodes, which is like just when it's really ramping up, it's like, oh, there's one more episode. You know, obviously Secret Invasion was like that, where it was just like, what are we doing
just here? And I know, you know, maybe you'll see this on Twitter. I've not seen like any of that, but maybe I'm just not like following certain people, whatever. But like, I feel like in this show, or at least this episode, at least, you know, there's like, you know, there's fan service, you know, oh, we brought Hayden back, but I feel like they're doing it in a way where it's like, it's not like beating you over the head or something,
and
like that.
it's servicing the story,
right? Like, or even
characters.
just the small things like, oh, there's Rex in live action, you know, like, oh, that would make sense. He would be there, you know. It's not like we're going out of our way to, yeah. I just think, you know, Dave Filoni is doing a crazy good job with this show so far, and I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like, I definitely feel like it's gonna stick the landing in the end.
Yeah, I'm to the point where I would be utterly shocked if it didn't. Yeah. And I think if it does, if it sticks the landing, I think I'm prepared to say I love Andor.
Yeah.
I love Andor. Going for 2 totally different things. It's like saying, what do you love better, House of the Dragon or Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really is almost that different, you know, but set in the same universe, obviously. But I love Andor. To me, this will be my favorite Star Wars live action show. I still don't think, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think it holds a candle to Rebels, but then I'm like, what's better, Rebels or Clone Wars? And then I'm like, I think it's Bad Batch. I don't know. Like, these the animated shows are just so good.
I would disagree with that, but
well, come on. Back half of season 2 of Bad Batch.
That was good. Yeah, but
that was like a 10-episode string of some of the best Star Wars we've ever gotten.
Let's not act like there weren't some stinkers.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Obviously, it's not Bad Batch, but like, you know, I'm not ready to say that Ahsoka is my favorite Star Wars show ever. I still think it probably is Rebels. As good as season 7.
I would have to rewatch to give you like a
to do the full like what's better, Clone Wars or Rebels requires a lot of time. Like, but like, because you think Clone Wars and your mind goes to season 7, and it's like that's not necessarily fair for the entire show, because there's 3 seasons.
Season 7 you take out the you take
the
out
Martez sisters.
You take out the Martez sisters arc.
But then I'm like, is the best Star Wars show ever made the 3 Dooku episodes of Tales of the Jedi? I think that might be the right answer. Man, I watched the Sith Lord last week, just the one with him and Yaddle. Like 12 minutes. It's like 12 minutes long, and it's so good. But yeah, back to my original point. If it nails the landing, not just with the finale, but with these next 3, if these next 3 are just as strong as these first 5 have been, I think this is easily the best of the live action shows. Like, I like, obviously Book of Boba Fett is like,
no,
it's like it might as well be a post credit scene.
Yeah.
But even Mando, for me, I just think the production value, the storytelling, the pacing, I think it just blows Mando out of the water. And again, Mando season 1, kind of its totally own thing with the story of the week, you know.
Even that, but it was like, you know, that was Disney Plus launch, and it's
exactly, and that was like still finding its footing, but like very much comparing it to when it was kind of doing the same thing, comparing it to seasons 2 and 3. This is way better than seasons 2 or 3, and season 2 of Mando is great. Way better than season 3 though, and way better than Boba Fett. Already, I'll say it's better than Kenobi.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Already. And that's a shame. I'm not saying that to like root for Kenobi to be bad. I'm just saying Kenobi should have looked like this episode looked the whole time. And it didn't. It felt like somebody.
I mean, it should have been as good too. It just was.
I know.
Not
it just
looked,
wasn't.
so it just wasn't as good.
Yeah.
I'd have to rewatch. How many episodes is Andor? 6 or 8?
12.
12. Was it really 12?
Yeah. That's what I mean too. It's like it's hard to compare because Andor was 12 50-minute episodes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that many.
Yeah.
And there's only going to be one more season that'll be done. And Ahsoka, are we? What's the plan?
At Celebration, Rosario was like, if you watch it, we're going to do more.
Oh, okay.
I think now it's just a matter of when is the movie coming. Like, how many seasons are realistic to do. Because, like, what I don't think is going to happen, I don't think that Dave Filoni can make a season 2 of Ahsoka this involved while also trying to prep for his movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, unless they are, like, part of the plan for my movie is Ahsoka season 2. You know, if that's the case, then there you go. But even just after episode 2, I was talking to my friend Alex, and I was like, because he was kind of out of the loop on exactly what Filoni's movie was going to be, because everybody just keeps calling it the Mandalorian movie. So he just thought that Din Djarin was going to be the main character, and that was going to be that. And I was like, no, that's not what it is. It's the culmination of all of these shows. Yeah. They're just calling it like the Mandoverse movie. I was like, I don't even know how big Din Djarin will have a role in the movie if he's even in it. He could die in the
first 5 minutes.
I was gonna say if he's even in it.
Yeah.
You know, I think if Favreau had his way, Filoni would go make his movie, and Din would be doing Adventures of the Week. But I think the logical choice at this point is that Ahsoka probably is going to be the lead of that movie. But after episode 2, I was telling him, I was like, I don't know if I feel like Rosario Dawson feels like Ahsoka enough that I would like enjoy seeing a feature film with her as this character. After this episode, I don't have that issue anymore.
Yeah, I don't think like, do you think like like you're saying the movie, do you think it would you want it to be more of like a, oh, we're teaming up again, or more of like fighting the common enemy, or would you rather see like, you know, like the Ahsoka kind of thing? Even though I know, like you said, it's the culmination. Like, I don't need to see, again, like you say, culmination. I don't need to see Boba Fett on screen. I'll be completely honest.
See, I actually, in that same conversation I had with my friend, I said, if I could get one or the other, I would much prefer Boba Fett to be in the movie than Din.
Okay, fair enough.
Because either way, it would be a side character. Yeah. And to me, Din is the main character of his own show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Boba Fett to me is a side character.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that if you put Tamora Morrison in that movie as Boba Fett in a supporting capacity, totally fine. Perfect. I think it's great. Tamora Morrison in this episode, obviously. Actually, I'm going to have to listen. Was it Tamora Morrison or was it D. Bradley Baker?
Oh, I don't know.
I couldn't hear well enough, but I was just enjoying it too much. But
they are very distinctly different, I feel like.
Yeah, like when you listen back, you're going to be able to know. But what was the last thing I was going to say? If he's a good enough actor, I think the lead of the movie should be Ezra.
Wow.
If he's a good enough actor.
Who is the
Iman Esfandi? I've never seen anything else he's ever been in, so I don't know. But if that's what they want to do, and that's who they're building up and stuff, then I think that would be great. But I think if the movie just ends up being, maybe it's not one character in particular. If the movie just ends up being, you know, the Ghost Crew, sign me up. Like, if this is the Ghost Crew in live action that we're getting, and they're going to make a movie around the Ghost Crew, and it's Hera and Sabine and probably Ezra as the main character with Ahsoka there too. By the way, where's Zeb? They didn't make that.
Yeah, we haven't.
They didn't make that millions of dollars CGI model for him to sit at a bar in one episode of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So obviously Zeb is going to be popping up at some point. Damn.
Yeah, I am surprised he hasn't showed up yet.
I bet Zeb's going to be the character witness in Hera's trial.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. Carson's gonna be like, I need a favor. Yeah. Do we get Agent Callus?
Oh my.
Okay.
God.
Do we get Zeb? Last question before we'll head out. Right.
Then it's
right
really
now.
going like Rebels, like season.
Yeah.
What
But I
season
mean,
would it be 4?
Isn't it season 5?
Season
but I mean,
5.
like, isn't it though?
Kind
of is.
I guess.
Like, it kind of is.
Yeah, but it's not like, you know, that show was more like it was the crew.
Yeah.
Whereas more like, again, this show is called. It's like,
yeah,
I
and I
understand.
think it's keeping. I think it's keeping its focus.
I think
well
so.
on Ahsoka,
So do
yeah.
I. Like, granted, like again, like you said, all those characters are showing up, but I never felt like it was like, again, where, you know, Mando.
Yeah.
Or Boba Fett. You know, Boba Fett was those 2 episodes were Din.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what? Is this
Literally.
the Boba Fett show or the Mandalorian show?
Yeah. There's also like Bo-Katan could be in the movie. Probably is going to be in the movie. Like she's another one. Like, to me, I just keep coming back to who makes more sense to be in this movie. Bo-Katan.
It's Tamora playing Rex.
Oh, okay, there you go. That would make sense. As much as I would understand if it was D. Bradley Baker, I think there should be that clear line of, if it's a live action clone, it's Tamora Morrison. If it's an animated clone, it's D. Bradley Baker. Like, that's why that's why I don't get the people that were like, you know, we're supposed to care about their interaction when these 2 actors have never played these characters together.
God.
And I'm like, these 2 characters have never interacted in live action before. That's why they've never worked together, or that's why they've never been on screen together before. Like, I just don't understand that argument at all. But anything else?
I don't know. I don't know. That was awesome episode. Maybe I don't know if it was I don't know. I really liked episode 4.
Yeah, I really liked episode 4.
But it was probably like, I would probably go like 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know, 5, 4. You know, I think you could probably do either. But Hayden, again, like we said, looked great. De-aging looked better, I thought.
Yeah.
And
I liked the early Clone Wars hair.
Yeah.
The in-between haircut. Yeah, the in-between haircut.
That looked really good. Trying to think of anything else. Are you liking the amount of screen time that what's his name again?
Jason.
Yeah.
I am, yeah. I was like, people were like, what was it, the first 3 episodes? Mm-hmm. They were like, where is Jason? Why is Jason, why is he not in this? Or like, I think we knew that he was going to be in the show, but they were just like, why are they hiding why are they hiding him from us? And now, you know, in episode, I think 4 was the first one that he was in, or maybe the end of 3. I think it's great. I like that he's along for the adventure, that he's like an active part of it. And I liked it, like she said, without him, we wouldn't have found her. And more importantly, you get season 3 of Mandalorian. Bo-Katan taught, oh, my father, my mother, my sister was royalty. You can't say the word Satine. Yeah. Oh, Obi-Wan. You know, oh, Leia, your mother, she was a brave woman. You can't reference Padme. Like, you can't say that. This show, I was very worried. I was like, is Hera just going to keep longingly being like, I've lost people? But I love that in this one, she, you know, Hu Yang was just like, his father, Kanan Jarrus, was a Jedi and, you know, gave his life before Jason ever got to meet him and stuff. And then I loved that bit of, like, acknowledging Kanan. And then I loved even more Carson Teva going, okay, what are we doing? Like, he was like, I don't care. I thought that,
move on.
Yeah, I thought that was so great. It was just like, that's all right. That's great for Jason. We gotta like do stuff right now. So yeah, I've really liked everything that they're doing. Chopper, fantastic in this episode. No Sabine either. First episode with no Sabine.
No Sabine.
I'm very excited for next week. As good as these last 2 episodes were, I'm still super excited for next week. Still no Thrawn at all. I was part of the people that, you know, people were saying like, when do we think we're gonna get him? And they were like, probably just the last 2 episodes. I thought maybe this episode was gonna be when they were gonna bring it in. I thought they were gonna maybe avoid that like kind of Disney Plus trope of like bringing in the big, you know, kingpin in the last episode.
Yeah. I think it was just surprising. I don't think we expected the Anakin stuff to go on that long.
Yeah, no, I did not. I thought it was either going to be over quickly, or it was going to be the entire episode. Mm-hmm. I thought that was the only two options. So the fact that they were confident enough in this episode to be like, here's Hayden Christensen, here's live action Clone Wars for 25 minutes.
Right.
But here's another 25 minutes of the story that you've been following with the characters that you like. You know, I thought that showed real confidence in the story that they wanted to tell. I thought that was great. But yeah. Anything else?
No, I
don't think so.
I think that's it, honestly.
Yeah, that shit was great. That was a really good episode.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. We will catch you guys next week. Last thing I just want to say. What was I just going to say? Oh, yeah. Follow us at the official PFN over on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We've been kind of slow. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, you know, personally with our trips and stuff too. We're going to get back up into full swing of stuff, you know, eventually. But follow us. Stay tuned for when we do upload stuff. And till then, that'll do it for me. I've been one of your hosts, Sean Monk.
I've been your host, TJ Cornwell. Thank you for watching. Check out the reviews on the channel. Check out Sean's reaction to last week's episode on the channel.
Yeah.
I think it was 100 plus views probably at this point. So check that out. Check this episode out on the podcast feed. And we will see you next time.
Boom.